Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the build of the week against the Syn Shenron event. So this is the superheroes build of the week. Now there's a slight tweak on this team from the red zone team. We're trying out a couple of different units. We're trying out units like the God Boys. We're trying out Int Pan, and basically just showcasing a little bit more of the auxiliary cast. But like I kind of mentioned in the previous video, if you are building a superheroes team, you do have to a certain extent, accept that you're probably building, or at least in terms of lead, you're building around the fact that you're going to have tech Piccolo or you're going to have physical Gohan. Both of them are exceptional units. I think running either as a double lead is okay. I think a lot of people prefer the tech Piccolo, and I think in most cases that's probably the more adequate selection, just because based on, especially now with the AoE events and the fact that he can bring a heal, I think there is some incentive to have that kind of play out. But like I said, the strength of superheroes is that even though it's a small category, there's a lot of flexibility in the supporting cast, because all of these supporting cast members are essentially super strong. So for example, if you're not bringing AGL, Goku and Vegeta, you can bring strength Gogeta, tech Vegito. You can bring the physical Ultimate Gohan. You can bring physical time traveling Trunks. You can bring Int Super Saiyan Trunks and Vegeta. In terms of supports, if you're running a more future-centric team, you can bring Strength Mai, Int Mai. It's the kind of flexibility in the fact that although it's a small category, almost every major selection unit is a decent tier pick for their team. They're not fodder units. A lot of them are incredibly solid as units. A lot of them are incredibly powerful as units, and so what happens is you end up in a situation where, honestly speaking, you just have like a ridiculously strong kind of setting for everyone to kind of work off of. When you have a strong base or a strong core, when you have 3 units, I would say, in a team that are essentially top 10, top 20 picks, or whatever you want to do, however you want to rank them, I think what that does is it just tends to allow you to experiment a little bit more. And when you're experimenting with units that are, also strong, like I say, also consistent, also strong, also very good, then you end up in a situation where you can build multiple team variants that just don't tend to struggle that much. Of course, when you're building, you want to factor in, okay, what unit am I using? Why do I want them to perform? How do I want them to perform? Because you can have a bit of a linking issue. A lot of the top tier units are all a bit all over the place, in terms of links. But again, the team provides kind of enough to really work without it. Tech Piccolo gives key when he gets hit. You have some strong supports like Int Pan, Physical MVP 17, Strength Mai, Int Mai, and they give key, they give kind of support and key and to most characters on the team, or to the characters that need the key, So it's a pretty good kind of template team build, and honestly it's very strong. We saw when we were taking on the Corrupted Merged Master event, it was very impressive how the team ran and how everything worked, and I think it ended up being a very strong team. One of the few teams that can no item run that stage, and like I said before, they can very much no item run a lot of stages, because there's just a lot of really good mechanics that really work out and fluctuate really well. When you look at Strength Gogeta, for example, sticking him here, he transforms, he gets that guaranteed evasion, he's super duper strong, he's a great damage dealer. It doesn't really change, he kind of exists as a great damage dealer pretty much like in every team. The Tech God Boys, the 7th year anniversary units, okay, maybe they fall off a little bit now, especially if you don't have dupes. but they're still solid. Still a great option for a lot of stages. They link up well with a lot of options on the team due to, godly power, warrior gods, etc. that they have. So in reality, it's one of those situations where basically the team, I don't want to say picks itself because you may not have the same roster of units, but the team has so many top tier units, even in its limited roster, that picking the team is not that difficult. You can adjust things on the fly. Like, for example, I wanted to try her out in this event, but I would never have brought in Pan into any event where we're facing physical Omega Shenron. But you could bring Strength Mai, and she would boost the Time Travelers unit you have on the team. She would kind of support and really help the functionality there. You could bring MVP 17. You could bring quite a few decent options. So it's very much one of those situations where I say the team and the team strength, not for the full sense of the word, cover up, but the sheer amount of current top 20 picks you have in the team is probably enough to the point where I'd say that it's very difficult to screw up the team. I don't think you can essentially make this team bad. I think you'd have to try very hard to do a team build that can't beat events. Obviously lack of roster is of course a factor, so I don't want to say that. I mean, you could not have all the options or some of the options. So it's not to say that if you fail with the superheroes team you're bad or anything like that. It's more just to say that the superheroes team is a very, very friendly category to build teams out of. And I enjoy using it a lot. I think it's a great category. I think it does an excellent job in so many events, and it's a fairly solid, fairly good foundational category to build off of. Like I've said before, you can build future saga teams, fusion teams, movie heroes teams, and those should complete superheroes challenges. There's enough good units even in a roster that doesn't have 800 units to be solid. I think superheroes is probably in the correct space for team construction going forward, and it should get buffs quite regularly. But that's it for me. See you guys in the next one. Bye.